Hello there, welcome to my video. This is the speaking, and okay, as part of this talent course, so far we have seen what is talent, and we have gone through the talent user interface. We have seen repository, what is palette, and what is this couple of tabs behind, and we have give some introduction on metadata in previous session. If you guys have not watched this video, I really recommend you to go back and watch this video, come back here, so it will give you some understanding on metadata. So in this video right away we'll go into practical session like how to create metadata. As I have explained in my previous video, metadata has different metadata has like different formats. Like I mean, like we have metadata for databases, files. Even in files we have like a different file formats, thanks to the booming of internet, because we have like JSON and everything. That's really got popular after the booming of the internet revolution. So we have like delimited, positional, regular expression, XML, Excel, the most common one. We will go through all of this one and see how those works. Okay, first we will start with the file delimited, and that's the most common one. Okay, and I have I am using this this one. This is one of the sample file that I do have right now with me. Okay, it is straightforward CSV file. Here we have like around 10 to 12 column if I am not wrong, and all those columns are separated by comma. And apart from that, yeah, we don't have any enclosure. Enclosure means like usually we will have this kind of enclosure in the file, but we don't have anything in this file, and that's good. Okay, let me show you how to create. Once we are in the metadata is available in the left side of the repository. We have to right click the file delimited and click create file delimited. Provide the proper name. Like since we are in the metadata, you don't have to specify the metadata. Usually it's better to provide the file name as the metadata name. My file name is t file input delimited. Okay, t file input delimited. Just okay, provide proper purpose and description. Once that is done, click next, and you can provide the path. This is a sample file. This is the directory I am having this CSV file. Click OK. Since I am on the Windows machine, I will choose it as Windows. According to your machine, choose the Unix or Mac, and then click next. And okay, here we have like couple of options. Let me walk you through one by one. First we have like encoding. Okay, what is encoding? Encoding is nothing but it's standardization. Okay, usually US ASCII is American standard. Okay, and one tip that I want to give you is the usually in the project what would happen, right? You may receive the file. Okay, uh, that may contain certain character that usually that will not be supported by the ASCII character. We have this format called UTF. Yep, we have this UTF-8. It's an encoding system for Unicode. Basically, it's Unicode transformation format. In a single line, to put it in a simple way, UTF-8 support all the characters. Basically, let's say if you have like a German character in your file, let's say if you have like Chinese, or if you have some Arabic characters, if you want Talend to support those format, we have to pick the UTF-8. If else, if you are choosing some other format, like if you are choosing ASCII format, let's say if it has like some German character, instead of supporting the German character, it will show you some random character. Okay, so it's always better to choose the UTF-8 character. Second one, field separator, it is straightforward. It's comma separated file, that's why we are calling it as CSV. And then we have row separator. Row separator, by default we know whenever I am pressing the enter, that's called a new row. Okay, so the easiest way that you can see is, right, if you are using the notepad plus plus, come to symbol, show all characters. Okay, so this is called carriage returns here. Basically that's a slash n in the programming way. It's a slash n. Let's say for some, in let's say in some scenario, you can never expect that in your file that you are having some other character as row separator, then choose you can click custom string and you can choose that particular character. For this file, it is the usual standard end of line character. Okay, and we have like escape character. Before that, yeah, escape character is nothing but let's say if you in your file, if you want to escape certain character, let's say usually this would happen, we have like products apostrophe s. Okay, this kind of, like if you want to escape any certain character like apostrophe or anything, and you didn't want that character to be considered as row separator or anything, then you can choose the escape character. Then we have the test enclosure. Test enclosure is nothing simple. In your usually in some files you will be receiving the data like this: double quotes, double quotes, double quotes, double quotes. So if we are receiving files such that, you can choose the test enclosure and you can choose the double quotes here. So far we don't have anything in our file, so I can keep that as empty. And okay, here we have in the down below we have the option set heading row as column name. Let's say if I want the first name, first record, first row as my column name, choose this and click reference preview. In the meantime, we can see if you want to skip any record in the top here, in the top, let's say if I want to skip 10 records, I can do that here. And let's say if I want to skip 10 record, I can come here and do this here. Similarly, if I want to skip anything in this footer, I can come and choose footer here. And if we want to skip any empty rows, okay, then I can just skip empty rows. And if I want to limit the number of records that I want to pull from this file, let's say my file has like 10 million records, so I don't want to pull all 10 millions record, then I can choose the limit and I can specify like I want only 10,000, those kind of things that you want. Okay, for a scenario I want to pull all the record, I don't want to I don't have any empty rows, it doesn't matter if I enabled or disabled it. Okay, and okay, let me refresh preview, then click next. Okay, now we could see in the tabular format that we have like each column, it's in the neat tabular format. Click next. Okay, here you could see the metadata. Basically here you have the field attributes, like we have like around 10 to 12 fields, and by automatically Talend has identified the data type and the length and what was the respective precision and everything, and that's it. Actually, there is one tip that I will explain in the next video, and this video is getting longer, regarding this metadata. And that's click finish. It will create the metadata. And once it has created the metadata, I have opened this simple job. I have created this under the demo folder. I have created this dummy job. What I can do, t file input unit. This is the file that I have created, and t file input delimiter. Okay, I have to just drag and drop. That's it, and click the field and t block row. Let me click this table and run the job. Okay, so yeah, so see, I have around 9,000 record, and I could see all the details here, and we have some warnings. Values num format, and it is input string. It's a warning. It could be stating that it is not able to accommodate those decimal, and that's not really important right now. Okay, so far in this video we have seen what is metadata and what is how to create metadata for a file input delimited. In the last video, if you remember that, I have mentioned one of the important features of the metadata is reusability. So if there is any change in the file, if I want to, if I'm using it in the multiple jobs, and I don't have to go to the each and individual jobs. Instead, I can modify the metadata in the central repository. That will taken care in the rest of the jobs as well. For example, let me add one field in the beginning. I will call this as yeah, let me add one field in the beginning. I will call this as dummy, and I am going to keep this data okay. The easiest way I can do is right control H, then declares plus n. Okay, see, I have added a field and the data is dummy. Let me save the job. Okay, so I have modified the file. Okay, now what I have to do is right, so I don't have to go to the each and the individual jobs to modify it. Instead of that, I can come here and select my this one, edit file delimiter, and this one, click next. Okay, I could see the this one, new added field. Click finish. Okay, see, this is asking, do you want to propagate the modification to all the jobs? And it might be quite long. Yeah, I do want to modify it automatically, and click OK. Now there is no modification. Okay, and let me click the metadata. Okay, what I can do is write read schema, retrieve schema, no, Okay, let me add that new field here, dummy and 255 quick finish. Okay, if you could see, these 3 jobs are going to impact because of these changes. Okay, now let me open the job and let's see whether I could see the changes here. Edit schema here, click edit schema, view schema. Okay, I could see the new column here. Let me run the job. Okay, and I could see the data as well, dummy. And let me check the other job as well. Let me trigger it, run away. Yes, I could see the data as well. So this is one of the important features of metadata, like when there is a changes in the source and if the file is being used in many jobs, you don't have to keep the file in the central repository, which is metadata, and you modify it there and it will be automatically reflected in the respective job, corresponding jobs. I hope it makes clear. That's it for this video. Inshallah, in the next upcoming session we will see the rest of the metadata as well.